This is me, Tasha, and I grew up in a Pentecostal church. We were in church at least 3 times a week. This particular week, we had to go to another church for Pentecostal or revival, I should say. After the revival service, my mom went home and prepared our clothes for Sunday service that following morning. I went ahead and brushed my teeth and got ready for bed. Now, I have to tell you guys, I always slept in the bed with my mom because I was always afraid of what I would see at night. This particular night, I was exhausted, so I was able to get comfortable and eventually fall asleep. Now, before I get into a really deep sleep, I always made sure I put my head under the covers because it always gave me a sense of security and it always made me feel safe. Well, that was until this particular night. All of a sudden, I wasn't alone in the room. Something demonic was there. I heard it growling, breathing very heavily. The energy in the room changed, and it was like I wasn't in my mom's room anymore or in my home. I was in another place, a demonic place with this entity. But I still heard my mom in the other room, ironing our clothes and listening to her gospel music. Fear came over me like I never had before. All of a sudden, this demon started to walk towards me, and I became very afraid and began to pray that it went away. And it did. I jumped out my mom's bed and ran to her, crying and screaming. My mom began to pray with me, and I was so distraught and so upset. And that very night, I prayed that the gift of sight be taken away from me. And it was for a few years until it came back.